Alex Pretti is the guy you would want to date your daughter. The guy you would want your son to grow up to be a decent human being who was serving humanity, serving sick veterans, who is, there is nothing that has been said about that man that isn't wonderful.
Alex Pretti is the type of guy that you would want dating your daughter. I guess me and Ann Navarro, the yenta from The View that's married to the Pepperidge Farm guy, unsurprisingly, I guess me and the yentas have different standards as to the type of man that we want dating our daughters. For starters, Ann Navarro's opinion on this subject is absolutely meaningless because, to my knowledge, she doesn't even have a daughter. But as far as my daughter is concerned, I want her dating a man that will take care of her, someone who has the ability to support her financially. I want her dating a man with good values, which is very important. Very, very important. I don't want her dating a man who is proud to be a sergeant in the woke army. I don't want her dating a man who considers incessant whistleblowing in 10-degree weather an appropriate activity for a first date. And the last thing I want her doing is dating a man who spends his weekends stalking federal agents. Since most women should do their best to avoid dudes who stalk. Contrary to the belief of our useless media, and as you're about to see, it's a belief that is once again proven to be a hoax. I keep telling you guys, don't bite into the shit sandwich. Don't be hypnotized by the turds that the media is polishing. Contrary to the belief of the useless media, Uncle KC has been having a hard time feeling bad for Alex Pretti. Obviously, I feel bad that Alex Pretti lost his life, especially over something that had absolutely nothing to do with him. I feel bad that Alex Pretti seems to have been indoctrinated. It's unfortunate that he saw a poster with Rachel Levine that said, "We want you in the woke army." It's unfortunate that he went through boot camp and eventually became Sergeant First Class in the woke army. And to be honest with you, when you watch and see the initial video that was released last weekend, I understand why some people, especially women, I understand why they felt bad for Alex Pretti. To their credit, doofus Democrats and their pretend friends in the mainstream media, they have become experts at emotional manipulation. Why do you think there are so many woke white women? If you look at their influencers, if you look at Democrats and independent media, and even the mainstream media, most of the voices, not all of them, but most of the voices belong to woke white women, or woke women in general. I wonder why. It is no secret that women are more prone to act on emotion. Women and men, we see things differently. The other night, I'm watching Mavs Lakers and I hear my wife screaming in the kitchen. She started a project last weekend where she's redoing the kitchen cabinets. I thought she had cut her finger with the sander or found another way to hurt herself. I run into the kitchen to help, and she is damn near throwing her back out because there was a microscopic spider on the floor. Men and women, we react to things differently, and doofus Democrats know it. There is a reason that Democrats and the media play on your emotions. There is a reason they portray Alex Pretti as an innocent, good man who was helping elderly neighbors carry groceries across the street. This man was responsible for saving lives. The emotional portrayals, the propaganda, they're not trying to manipulate you. They're trying to manipulate your wife. They're trying to play on her emotions. For the most part, men just want peace. Most men are minding their own business. But women, they are nurturers. They want everyone to be okay. And women are excellent soldiers on social media. Why? They love to talk. They like to express themselves. If you have ever been through marriage counseling, I am sure you have heard the therapist say, your wife just wants to be heard and understood. For decades, Democrats have taken advantage of biology. To their credit, Democrats have followed the science. Since last weekend, they have tried to convince us that Alex Pretti was an innocent victim. Alex Pretti was an ICU nurse. He was a good man. But as is often the case with doofus Democrats, evidence is eventually released that proves their narrative is a hoax. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the second channel is in the description below. Today on the second channel, going to be talking about the latest attention seeker in the WNBA dump. You guys remember Bob Greiner, right? A couple of years ago, Bob tried to sneak the magic grass into Mother Russia, enjoyed an extended vacation with Vlad Putin. Well, now, Bob Greiner is trying to monetize her traumatic experience. She collaborated with ESPN to create a documentary, and she is begging you to watch it. Unsurprisingly, in order to generate interest or attention for this must-see TV, which for most people, it will be get off my TV, in order to generate attention, Bob Greiner has once again decided to trash America. So if you haven't already, click the link in the description or the pinned comment below. Subscribe to the second channel. Last night, something called the News Movement. They released new footage of Alex Pretti and his altercations with ICE agents. The footage was filmed on January 13th, around 2 weeks before the altercation that cost Alex Pretti his life. The footage I'm about to show you, it was authenticated by the BBC. Now, that is important to remember. This was not confirmed by Fox News. This wasn't confirmed by Glenn Beck or some other source in conservative media. This footage was confirmed by the BBC, which from my understanding, it is the British equivalent to CNN. According to their facial recognition software, the BBC claims there is a 97% chance that the man in this clip is Alex Pretti. Again, this was filmed on January 13th, almost 2 weeks before the altercation last Saturday. Watch it for yourself.
Look at you! That's a straight bitch! Fucking something, motherfucker! Fucking trash!
Showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. They continued to hold the man down before they retreat and he walks away. The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Pretti was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband.
Now, some in the media are claiming this changes nothing. Woke white women are claiming he didn't deserve to lose his life. All he did was bust a taillight and spit in someone's face. This man was innocent. Thing is, they're right. Alex Pretti did not deserve to lose his life over a busted taillight. He shouldn't have lost his life for spitting in someone's face, especially since ICE agents are wearing masks. But what this new footage provides is context, which is something the mainstream media likes to conveniently leave out. Think about it like this. Let's say your daughter is dating a controlling dude. He's overzealous. There's just something about him that you don't like, don't trust. You have cameras around your home for security. One morning, you wake up. Tail light on your truck is broken. Next morning, the windshield on your daughter's car is broken. Video footage confirms it's the overzealous boyfriend. You call the cops, but since you're living in Minneapolis, Stan, cops didn't do a damn thing because their doofus governor, Tim Walz, has told them criminals deserve empathy. Couple of nights later, you're coming home from work. Your daughter is in the driveway with the overzealous boyfriend. Unbeknownst to you, he's apologizing. He's trying to atone for his mistakes. He grabs her arm. Maybe he's helping her out of the car. Maybe he's being affectionate. But all you know is this dude has a tendency to be violent with your property. So what are you going to do? Most dads are probably jumping out of their car to protect their daughter. Maybe you shove him to the ground. Maybe you introduce his 19-year-old ass to a grown man's boot. Who knows? Who knows what you decide to do? But the neighbor's camera across the street, it captures the altercation on film. Next thing you know, local media is reporting the story. Overprotective father brutally assaults innocent boyfriend. This young man feeds the needy. He volunteers at the animal shelter on weekends. He's applying to medical school so he can feed starving children in Ethiopia. This overprotective father should be in prison. Without the full context, the dad looks like an asshole. But once you understand the entirety of the situation, his actions are more understandable. Now, that is just a basic analogy, but the same applies to ICE agents. Who knows how long Alex Pretti had been a nuisance? Who knows how long Alex Pretti was interfering in their operations? We have footage from January 13th showing Alex Pretti clearly being aggressive with ICE agents. So when I saw him on, what was last Saturday, January 24th, do you think they had justifiable cause to treat him differently than they would treat someone that they were encountering for the first time? I'm not saying that gave them justifiable cause to use deadly force, but do you think it's understandable as to why they were so aggressive with Alex Pretti? If I get pulled over by the cops at 3 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon, I'm in a suburban neighborhood. I'm in a neighborhood where violence never happens. It's rare. The likelihood of the cop approaching me with guns drawn, slim to none. If a known criminal is pulled over at midnight in a dangerous neighborhood, the cops are approaching his vehicle with a hell of a lot more caution. Why? Because the situations are completely different. The context is different. Look, both sides messed up in the aftermath of Alex Pretti. Kristi Noem and the Department of Homeland Security, they were too quick to judge, and the media was damn sure too quick to judge. We live in a society where everyone is too quick to make determinations, and in most cases, we're making those determinations based on our personal ideology. We expect instant answers instead of waiting to find out what actually happened. Based on this new footage, doesn't seem like Alex Pretti was an innocent bystander. He wasn't some legal observer. It appears that Alex Pretti was an active participant in the woke army. And when you're an active participant voluntarily in a war zone, oftentimes there are unfortunate consequences. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.